singles, She Said, He Heard. Please welcome Suzy Bogguss.
They sat at the table, like conversation, avoiding the issue at hand. And she made the coffee and he did the dishes, and they sat down at the table again. She waited a moment, hoping he would speak first, though it never had happened before. He sat there in silence, expecting the worst, till she couldn't wait anymore. She said, I'm mad. He heard I'm leaving. She said, I need your attention. He heard, I want you to crawl. She said, I'm sad. And he heard, it's all your fault. There is no translation, emotions don't fit into words. There's so much between what she said and what he heard. She said, I love you, and that's not the problem. I know how much you care. But for too long now, we've been walking on eggshells, and I just had to clear the air. Then he looked at her like she was speaking Chinese, with some of the letters left out. Try as he may, he just didn't know what she was talking about. She said, I'm mad. And he heard I'm leaving. She said, I need your attention. And he heard, I want you to crawl. She said, I'm sad. And he heard, it's all your fault. There is no translation, emotions don't fit into words. There's so much between what she said and what he heard. And he started smiling and she started laughing. They both reached out their hands. She said, I think we're from two different planets. No wonder we misunderstand. She said, I'm mad. And he heard I'm leaving. She said, I need your attention. And he heard, I want you to crawl. She said, I'm sad. And he heard, it's all your fault. There is no translation, emotions don't fit into words. There's so much between what she said and what he heard. There's so much between what she said and what he heard.
Yes, Suzy Bogguss, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking great.
Well, thank you.
You really
That's
are.
very nice. I have my Elvis suit on. This is my Elvis suit.
Is it your Elvis?
You think I look like Elvis?
Yeah, sure, if you want to. Yeah, that's fine. Did this come out of the leopard room, obviously?
Yeah, this is out of his leopard room.
Yeah.
I haven't actually been over there before. but
No, I've never
someday
been.
I'm
I've never
going.
been to it. Well, you look wonderful. You've been working out?
I have a little bit. I started about a year ago, and I have a guy who comes to my house who used to be a Chicago Bear.
Really?
And, he looks really mean, and he...
Is he
comes over.
intimidating? Does he?
He's very intimidating. I wouldn't dare call him and say, oh, I don't really feel like working out today, Mike. Couldn't do that.
Couldn't do it.
He's scary. Gigantic.
Well, it's paying off. You look great.
Thank you.
Okay, how's Ben?
Then it's
She's got a wonderful son.
He's going to be 2 next Monday on St.
Really?
Patrick's Day.
Good. Happy birthday to Ben.
My big birthday party. 2. We're
Now,
not.
is he showing any signs of what happens to some kids at 2?
We're not saying that word at our house. We're not saying the T word.
Not saying the T word?
Yeah, we're keeping our fingers crossed that if he just never hears it, maybe he won't be it. No, he's been good so far.
Oh, he's a sweet kid.
Just when he's getting a tooth every once in a while, he gets a little yowly.
Me too. Man.
You still getting your teeth?
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. Where did the idea come from for She Said He Heard?
Oh, man, that came... Oh, I'm going to tell a truth here that I hope Don Schlitz isn't going to be mad at me, but...
Oh, he never watches.
This came from a personal conversation that he and I were having one day. He had been riding with my husband a couple of days before, and I had an appointment with him, and I thought, well, he's just been with Doug. Maybe I can pump him for some information.
Right.
So we got to talking about spouses and stuff, and it came out of us talking about the difference between us trying to communicate, you know, the men and the women.
Right.
And we kind of squared off, and, you know, sort of like, I'd say, so what does this mean to you? And he'd say, well, this means this to me, and that's
so he
how we
hears
got
it differently than what you say.
Than the way I think I said it, yes.
Why do you think that is?
Well, men are daft? No.
Whoa!
No.
Oh.
He set me up.
I'm sorry. What did you just say? I'm sorry.
That's right.
I missed that whole thing.
This is not a song about either one being inferior to the other. It's just a song about the truth about our communication and how sometimes it can be very frustrating.
It is different. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my marriage, we were having this conversation about how men and women communicate differently, and I said, oh, such a stupid thing to say. I said, the difference is I talk when I have something to say. Oh, wait, let me... And you talk until you have something to say. No, hey, wait a minute. I do not recommend this line, okay? It was a stupid thing to do, and I regret it to this day.
It's kind of true. I must say that I'm one of those people that sometimes I don't know exactly how I feel about it until I use Doug as the sounding board.
Right.
So he's the sounding board until I actually know what it is that I'm feeling. But, you know, it's just, it gets overwhelming in there. There's so much going on inside of my brain.
So you think we're basically put here to just confuse each other, aren't we?
It might be true. It might be true.
The song that you wrote for the U.S. Figure Skating Championships.
Yeah.
That was great.
Thank you.
Any of you guys see this? It was on ABC, the Fire and Ice thing.
I wrote that with my husband, Doug.
Doug cried.
Sometimes we can write songs together and get along great. And it's one of those things that doesn't happen very often in our field. We usually will write a song, and then sometimes it's 2 years before you hear it on the radio or you see it come out as a record. And in this particular case, Doug had an idea for this song as soon as they called to ask me to perform on it. And so I came home that weekend, and we wrote the song, and the next weekend I came home again, and we recorded it. The next weekend we made a video, and then it was on. And so in 3 or 4 weeks, we'd seen a song come all the way through, and it was really fun to do it that quickly.
Okay, I must confess, the figure skating, like for guys out there, guys, go to the fridge or something, okay? I went to the figure skating here in town recently at the arena, took kids, and it was just so moving. It was incredible.
I think it's extremely moving. I don't know if it's just because I wish that I could move like they do, but I cried all the way through the competition. I was here, and you know, if the girl would fall, I'd cry. If the girl would do good, I'd cry. It just didn't matter. I mean, it was like, I just bawled all the way through the whole thing. It was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. But I had a girlfriend with me, and she cried too, so that was all right.
Tell me about Aledo, Illinois.
Well, what would you like to know?
That's where you're from, right?
It's a great little town.
How big is it?
I think they're about 3,900 now. So they're the county seats.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's their big place, and all the surrounding towns come in to go to school there, and it's a lovely little place to grow up. I had a super childhood, you know, very free. Got to ride my bike all over town, and it was very fun.
We actually dug up a picture of the city limit sign.
You did?
Yeah, we'd like to show. Clay, could you Put that up. There you go.
see it.
Aledo, home of country music stars Suzy Bogguss. Yeah.
That's very nice.
Isn't that great?
I think it's super. And now they actually, you know, have some of the sport teams too, you know, that have also done very well in the last couple of years or so.
Yeah, that is quite an honor. Hey, Clay, could you put that back up one more time right quick? Yeah, also you're up there with the wrestling
team.
finalists.
Yeah. I think they're both wrestling.
Aren't you glad they didn't put your name in the wrong spot there?
Actually,
Suzy Bogguss, wrestling finalist.
Oh.
Here, wait a second.
They built a little flower bed and everything, and they keep it up. It's really pretty.
I have something for you. Check it out.
Hey!
Huh? The Rhubarb Festival takes place in Aledo every year.
Is this ours?
Yeah, this is yours.
Oh, that's cool.
I want you to have this.
Thank
it's the
you.
color of a rhubarb, you know.
I know, but it doesn't look good with my hair.
Have you ever played the Rhubarb Festival?
Oh, no, you know what? I have not played the Rhubarb Festival. I have played at the Quasquicentennial.
Excuse me?
The Quasquicentennial.
Quasquicentennial. What is that?
That is 125 years of being a town.
Wouldn't it be better just to say 125 years? It seems
You probably spit less,
Yeah.
right?
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You're
It's
not
a great
running off?
pleasure.
You're
No,
gonna
I'll be
sing some
around.
more and
I
goof
can't
around
wait to
with
hear
us?
the Oak Ridge Boys.
Okay, good. They're going to be coming up right after this, folks. Don't go away.